Hello guys, good morning. How are you all doing? How do you get to manage your time during a lesson? Time management is quite tricky in an ELC classroom because you do not have effective control over your time due to many factors like the ability of your students and of course the time allocated, which might not exactly turn out to be what you want it to be. So for today's video, I'll quickly share with you a few tips that you can implement in order to effectively manage your class time. The first thing you have to consider is the fact that you need to stick to your objective. Every lesson plan has certain objectives that it must cover. So if you're in the classroom, stay in line with this objective. Avoid doing any extra tasks that may end up consuming time. For example, most ESL classes start with warmers. If your warmers is 10 minutes, stick to that and avoid exceeding the time. Staying within your time frame will help you to effectively manage the time allocated for your class. The next thing you've got to do to effectively manage your time is for you to share certain tasks with your students. Assign tasks to students like sharing classroom books or perhaps handling tools in the classroom like computers or turning on the TV or perhaps picking up the air condition remote or giving out pencils and other writing materials. Most teachers spend time doing these things by themselves and in extent end up wasting a huge chunk of their time for the class. But if you try to delegate common tasks like I've mentioned to your students, it will help you prepare for the main lesson. By so doing, you can effectively have control over your class time. And the last tip you should definitely follow in order to have full control over your class time is for you to always indicate to students what time they have got to complete a classroom exercise or exercises. Like if you give work in the students' book for those teaching primary, or if you're teaching adult learners, if you assign a task to them, you need to clearly state to your learners that they have a time limit to complete the task. If you are giving 15 to 20 minutes, write it on the board and make sure they can clearly see it that they have designated time to complete the task. And always make sure to remind your learners what time have they got left and tell them when it's 5 minutes to the end of the designated time. This will help them to effectively manage their time while completing the tasks you've given. And a quick tip to consider when managing your classroom time is that you should always end your classes 5 minutes before time. For example, if your class is 50 minutes, stop after 45 minutes and allow the remaining 5 minutes for students to tidy up and keep away their books or writing materials. When you do this, it will help the students to better relax and it will give the next teacher enough time to come in and prepare for his or her lesson. I hope this time management strategy helps you to effectively manage your class time. Thanks for watching, and if you like the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Bye for now.